Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, today we're covering one of the most dramatic geopolitical events of the start of 2026, the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and the wave of celebrations by Venezuelans around the world. This story has rapidly traveled across continents with emotional reactions from diaspora communities on the ground, celebrations, and deep reflection about Venezuela's future. Let's dive in. Okay. On January 3rd, 2026, the United States military conducted a large-scale operation in Caracas, Venezuela, resulting in the capture of President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, later flown to the U.S. to face federal charges, including drug trafficking and working with sanctioned criminal networks. U.S. leadership described the mission as a key strategic blow to a regime accused of years of authoritative rule and repression. Gotta have my coffee in the morning. This unprecedented operation also triggered international debate and concern over legal and sovereignty questions. But for many Venezuelans and members of diaspora, the immediate reaction has been one of relief and jubilation. Across the globe, Venezuelans have actually taken to the streets to celebrate Maduro's removal from power. In Miami and South Florida, especially in communities like Doral, often nicknamed Dorazuela, due to its large Venezuelan population, hundreds gathered early in the morning waving Venezuelan and U.S. flags, honking horns, dancing and chanting for freedom. In Latin America, Venezuelan exiles in Bogota, Colombia, gathered with horns, music, and national anthems playing in the streets, celebrating what many described as the end of years of hardship and fear. In Chile, Peru, Ecuador, and Spain's capital, Madrid, Venezuelans also expressed relief and hope, some openly crying, others calling the moment historic and saying it might finally open the door to rebuilding their homeland. These scenes of joy reflect the massive Venezuelan diaspora community, which numbers in the millions after years of economic collapse and political crisis. Individual reactions have been powerful. One Venezuelan woman living in Chile told reporters, "We are free. We are happy that the dictatorship has fallen and that we will have a free country." And in South Florida, another community member said, "Today, justice is being served for all Venezuelans who were forced to leave our country, and we want to return home to rebuild." These celebrations underscore not just political sentiment, but deep emotional connections to home. Families separated for years, hopes for reunification, and a shared sense of relief among those who fled amid poverty, repression, and instability. But the story isn't one-dimensional. While many people are celebrating Maduro's capture, critics and international observers have raised serious concerns. Critics argue that a foreign military operation to capture a sitting head of state sets a dangerous precedent in international law and sovereignty. Some Venezuelans and analysts are also cautious, hopeful for change, but wary of what comes next. Change after decades of economic collapse and institutional breakdown won't be simple. These are questions about who will govern, how stability will be restored, and how fractured communities will be brought back together. Even with diaspora communities, not everyone shares the same view. Some protests have taken place against the intervention, arguing the move was driven by economic motives, not purely justice or democratic restoration. So, what happens next? Maduro and his wife are expected to face federal charges in the United States. Meanwhile, political forces in Venezuela and among the opposition are preparing for a transitional phase. Some opposition leaders have framed this moment as the beginning of democratic rebuilding. International reactions continue to pour in, from support to strong criticism, and the global community is watching closely to see how Venezuela's future unfolds. So, what do you think about these celebrations and what they mean for Venezuela's future? Will this be a fresh start or the beginning of a long road? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, give it a like and subscribe for more global news breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.